so too does Kenya, so too does Ethiopia. And whilst those countries have their own appeal, so do you. And I think what ranks a country is not just the landscape, it's the welcome you receive when you go there. And from the very first time I came to Uganda in 2005, I just found it to be the friendliest place I'd ever been. I love going up to children. They seem to find it quite funny if you refer to yourself as a Mzungu. I love getting a group of primary school kids going, Mzungu, Mzungu. And the children seem to really respond to that. It's a fantastic place. And now you're in a very strong position because look at what your athletes did in Tokyo. Joshua, Jacob and Perez have put you front and centre at the forefront of distance running around the world. Every Commonwealth Games, every World Championships, every Olympic Games, those iconic vests and that name of Uganda is being shown literally all around the world. And it's adding a twist of intrigue to the great rivalry that's been established on either side of the Rift Valley between the Kenyans and the Ethiopians. Now the Ugandans are in that conversation for dominance and for brilliance. So you should really savour this time because athletes like Joshua Cheptegei and Jacob Kiplimo come around once in a generation, and you happen to have both of them at the peak of their powers at the same time. And Jacob in particular is even younger than Joshua. He could still be performing at the highest level, not only in Los Angeles in 2028, maybe it's not an exaggeration to wish that he also goes to Brisbane in 2032. If that's the case and he avoids injury, you have another 10 years of two of the very best athletes, in any sport your country has ever produced, being seen and celebrated on the global stage. And when people see those vests, they start thinking, what's Uganda like? And the more people who are not from Uganda, who spread the word about what a brilliant, beautiful, friendly, energetic, vibrant place this is, the more tourists you have coming here. And I understand from all the ministers and the great people at the Uganda Tourist Board, I understand that tourism is becoming an ever more increasingly important part of the Ugandan economy. And when you think about families who come over here, as I hope to come back with my wife and son, it's hotels, it's tour guides, it's meals, and perhaps even more important than all of those things, and there is an ulterior goal here, those families go home and tell people what it's like here, because I still think there are some outdated stereotypes about Africa as a continent and about Uganda as a country. There are a lot of people out there who now realise what a fabulous place this is, but there are still a lot of people who don't. And there are lots of people around the world, from the Western world, if you want to call it the Western world, who might have the money to come here, but at the moment they're still choosing to go to South America or North America or Australia, or they're going around Europe, where they could fly pretty much straight down with minimal time difference and have their eyes opened to an incredible country, but a phenomenal continent. So there's something, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, and I am truly humbled by the invite and the opportunity to come back and not only reacquaint myself with familiar places, but to discover some new areas of Uganda as well. I'm really excited about that. And I want to go running as well, not as fast as Joshua or Jacob, but I am going to go out running. There's a bigger picture here that's wider than just tourism, that's wider than just sport. There's an opportunity to continue changing the way certain people view the African continent. And the more we can open people's eyes to what a special place this is, on equal terms with many other places around the world, the more we can do that, the sooner we can spread the word that Uganda is a hot topic of conversation. It's a place of immensely friendly people, with beautiful countryside, and young men and women who are going to be the flower of the pearl of Africa. And all your students, all your undergraduates at the moment, all your postgraduates, they've got a big job on their hands, but it's an exciting job, and that's why I'm looking forward to interacting with university students, because they are the future, and they will carry the future of Uganda on their backs in the same way that Jacob and Joshua are currently doing, and Pereth and many other great female athletes, in the same way that they're currently doing on cross country, on the roads and on the track.